Thank you for joining me, wonderful people, wonderful people. Thank you. Those who love the truth about Maxwell Nnawuihe Kanu. That is what we do here. We preach the truth and tell you what is real. To the best of our knowledge, what we do here is to enlighten our people and the generation of Biafrans, that they may understand who their real leader is, which will help to fast track the restoration of Biafra. If you are a follower of Simon Ekpa, please log out. Log out. What you are going to hear in this video is going to, maybe if you are running BP, is going to worsen your situation. So you better log out. If you believe that it is only one leader that the Biafran people have, in the person of Maxwell Nnawuihe Kanu, and you believe in that very truth, you can keep watching. I am Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe, the major prophet of God that tells you the truth even when it hurts. I don't mean to hurt anybody. You are going to hear Simon Ekpa calling his followers idiots. You will hear from his own mouth that his followers are idiots. He said it. You are going to hear it. Also, in their cabinet meeting, you are going to hear one of the cabinet members calling him a liar. One of the cabinet members actually talked about that they are telling lies, that they are not telling the truth. You will hear it in this video. I'm going to put it on the screen. You're going to hear it with your own ears. You are also going to hear that Simon Ekpa said with his own mouth that what he is using is propaganda, not real, not concrete, not actually what he said that matters. You will hear it with his own mouth that what he said is not what that matters. That is not about what he said. You will hear it with your own ear. You are also going to hear Simon Ekpa calling his followers, even his cabinet members, illiterates, that they didn't go to school, that they don't understand how a nation is built or how Biafra will be restored. He said it with his own mouth. Remember that some of his cabinet members, some of them are doctorate degree holders or master degree holders, people with high profile. So they made us to believe. But I know that many of them in that cabinet of Simon Ekpa, they were there for business. They were just there for business. They were like investors who discovered a new investment opportunity where they are going to have multiple returns of their investment in dollars or naira. So they jumped in order to cash out in a big way. And many of them actually are smiling home. They have made so much money out of Biafrans. You are going to hear with your own ear. Now, I don't want to say more than this. Let's get it rolling. Let's get it going on. Subscribe to this channel if you are new to this channel. This is one of the channels. I don't want to say the only channel. One of the channels that tell you the truth. We have that record. If you go through all our videos for how many years now, it's the same. We are so consistent with the truth. Listen. In 2023, listen.
My question is, Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Government in Exile, has said that the Biafra is coming in 2023, which is this year. We have few months to go. And I want to ask if it is still coming, but what has been causing problems is when there are lies. And I ask questions, and people go to the... I remember some of you.
Did you hear what he said? That what is causing problem is when there are lies. When there are lies. This is a cabinet member. And I knew that after this time, he was shown the way out of the movement. He was shown the door. Because they never liked it. People exposing or discovering their lies and falsehood. This is why Maxwell Nnawuihe Kanu has been in the DSS dungeon up until now. Because Simon Ekpa and his handlers, his team, his cabinet members, and his followers, they were all following sheepishly, even when they have seen it so clearly that there is a derailment, that he has gone completely off track. They were still following him. Although, as I said seconds ago, many of them joined him for business, to make their own money, because they know that many of Biafran people, because of their quest and their hunger for freedom, they can follow anybody to do anything that they are asked to do in order to have Biafra, without verifying if these people or if this person I'm following is genuine or not. When they saw Simon Ekpa, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been locked and detained in the dungeon, they saw him as best alternative to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He made them to believe that he's going to give them Biafra. He made them to believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has finished his own assignment. He made them to believe that he has handed over to him to continue from where he stopped. That he is now the only leader that the Biafran people have, and they have no choice than to follow him. And they believed him. When they saw that things were not really moving in the right way, when they saw that actually Simon Ekpa is derailing. Remember the Idu. Remember the Idu nation. Remember when Simon Ekpa was working with Nelly Ofebu. Remember when they said that, oh, it is no longer Biafra, it is now Idu nation. That they are going to declare Idu nation. That once they declare Idu nation, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. You remember? That will be a video for another day. You remember when they went to native doctor, all that happened? When they went to native doctor and made a lot of sacrifices. You remember? I'm going to bring them to you because many of you don't even know who you have been following over the years. Maybe some of you were actually among those who were under the spell, who were under voodoo. They confessed. It is recorded. I'm going to bring it to you, but not in this video. And they clashed. You remember when he uploaded the nude picture of Nelly? You remember when he uploaded it? The woman was, I don't want to use certain words. I don't want YouTube to begin to tell me that what I'm doing is contrary to community guideline. But the nude of this lady, Simon Ekpa uploaded it to the internet and it went viral. That was when they began to clash, when they began to have problems. Remember, by that time, many of Biafrans were following Simon Ekpa and Nelly. They were following Simon Ekpa and Nelly. And they clashed, and that was the end of it. Simon now switched over, and they formed the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. That is a story for another day. You heard what their cabinet member said. You heard the question if the Biafra was still coming in 2023, as he promised them. You will now hear what he said in response in their cabinet meeting. He called them idiots. He called them illiterate. He said that they don't know how a nation is built. He is the only one that is educated. He said that everything is about him, not about Biafra restoration. Even the 150 days calm down, he said it was a propaganda, that it was not actually meant to give you Biafra. And some of you will come in the chat section to insult me, as they have been doing over the years. When I say the truth, the one that affect them, they don't like it. They begin to call me all manner of names. But when I say the truth, the one that favor them, they will jump up and say, oh, he's a major prophet. Continue. Please like this video. If you have not like this video now, like it now. The second thing to do is to put your comment. Make sure that you are civil, because I have given instruction that any uncivil comment in any of my chat sections must be put where they belong. That's the instruction I've given, whether my handlers or moderators. That's a standing order. Okay? Now, listen. Here, Simon with his own mouth.
I became broker saying, I said 160 days, go 150 days, Biafra will come. Yes. The process of that 150 days, Biafra will come have achieved its aim. What the idea of 150 days is to throw Nigeria off balance during the election.
Liar.
We throw Nigeria off balance because of our countdown.
How did you throw Nigeria off balance because of your countdown when Nigeria still successfully held the 2023 election? Liar! They do that money. They were pumping money. $10,000, $20,000. One person. This Simon Ekpa made so much money. He made so much money. And all his cabinet members, those of them who are working with him, who are business partners, they made so much money. Listen.
They started calling Finland. They started inviting the ambassador of Finland. It started creating the highest global awareness of Biafra. We achieved it. If it is not because of the countdown and counting, and the thing that I'm going to drop on in Asoro, nobody will even listen. They did not take this seriously in the first place. It created the way.
Did you hear what he said? That it was the countdown, that they were expecting him to throw bomb at Asoro, that he didn't throw bomb. What he threw to them was propaganda. False countdown, 150 days. You remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made a 150-day Psalms reading compulsory for every Biafran before he was kidnapped. His own was spiritual. He did not say it was to restore Biafra. He never mentioned it. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told Biafrans to read Psalms from chapter 1 to chapter 150, he didn't tell them that at the end of reading the book of Psalms that Biafra will come. It was a spiritual assignment. And do you know that I gave a prophecy about it before ever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu opened his mouth and talked about reading Psalms every day for 150 days. I am not here to give prophetic update. It is in this channel. Watch my prophecy on 5 prophecies for Biafra and Nigeria by Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. Is on this channel. I talked about the spiritual assignment that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to undergo in front of him. And after that prophecy, he talked about the 150 Psalms. And within that process, he was kidnapped. And Biafrans continued to pray it, which also helped to sustain his life when he was abducted in Kenya, because he passed out and God revived him. The reason why he is still alive today is because of prayer that we have been praying every day, every Saturday, weekly. We pray every Saturday, every day we pray. And other prayer exercises, 3 months fasting and prayers, 23 days fasting and prayer, 1 month fasting and prayer, my 3 days dry fasting, my 7 days dry fasting, a lot of fasting and prayers, prayers of divine intervention that have been going on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why he has been winning all the case and he has not been jailed till today, regardless of how many years. How many years did someone ever spend in Finland prison in custody before he was jailed? Now, listen. He said that it was a propaganda. Listen.
The shockwave that almost shook the foundation of Nigeria from February 2023, leading to what Shambolic TSC, they even forged a letter that the Prime Minister of Finland ordered for the arrest of someone else. It's because of the countdown, what we did this countdown. Everything is in process. This is what we are fighting, this is war of greed. Everything is not about what you said. It is a process and a tactics that you must understand how freedom is being fought.
Did you hear what he said? That everything is not about what you say. So a leader should not be held accountable for whatever he says. So he can say anything to deceive the people, and when he's been called to account, he will deny it and say everything is not about what you say. How can you then be a trusted leader? Why should people then follow you when everything is not about what you say? So you say something else. You are the leader of Biafran people. You are going to give them Biafra in 150 days. And then, that was not the truth. And you didn't tell them that what I'm saying is not the truth. You deceived them and they brought up money. Huge budgets towards the countdown and all other arrangements they were making in Finland. The plebiscite, whatever they called it, or the not plebiscite, the self-referendum, the Helsinki Declaration and all that, the Biafran passport, the Biafra ID card, the Biafra currency, a gemma that they were purportedly printing. That is going to be in circulation. People will be using the currency. He said that everything is not about what you say. That is what Simon Ekpa told his followers. This was during their cabinet meeting. You need to understand. It was during their cabinet, the government, the board of directors, or that is the appropriate word to use, the board of directors, not the board of leadership or executives, because this is not a government. It's a company. It's like a Ponzi scheme that, everybody, those of them that has money, they come and they invested into the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, so that they will have 1 or 2 contracts. Either the contract for the security, contract for the BLA, contract for the Biafra Resistance Fighters and the Liberation Army, contract for their social media or their website, or contract for ID card, contract, different kind of contract. That's why many of them jumped in. Some of them actually said that, well, if it is going to come through Simon Ekpa, we are going to be with him. If it will come through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to be with him. People, they are investors looking for investment opportunity. And that was exactly what they did. They invested and many of them have cashed out. You will see, by the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out of the dungeon, these same people here who have been jumping up and shouting, oh, Simon Ekpa, it is our Simon Ekpa, it is our Prime Minister, oh, the dragon. You will see that many of them are going to do about 360-degree turnaround. And they will go back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Watch and see. Hypocrites. Hypocrite. When they hear truth like this, they hate it. They want to smash my channel. They want to smash and destroy everything I'm doing, block me to make sure that I don't go viral, that people don't hear what I say, because the truth is hitting them so hard, hitting them so hard. He said that everything is not about what he's saying. This is your so-called prime minister. I don't think that Simon Ekpa followers are watching, because I said it. If they are going to watch, they should not watch, because they won't like it. They won't like the truth. I believe that those who are watching are those that love the truth. Now, he has to complete what he is saying.
Propaganda, a positive and realistic propaganda.
Listen.
It is a process.
Listen.
Leading to what symbolic changes. They even watched the letter that the Prime Minister of Finland ordered for the arrest of Simon Ekpa. It's because of the calm down, what it is calm down. Everything is a process. This is what we are fighting, is what we pray. Everything is not about what you said. It is a process and a tactics that you must understand how freedom is being fought. It's what we call propaganda, a positive and realistic propaganda against the enemy. And that's what we have done. So now,
he is using propaganda, not concrete, not verifiable, not real, not authentic. He is using propaganda. That is what he said. We are judging him by his own word. It's not about hatred. You hate Simon Ekpa. You don't like Simon Ekpa. Why are you not supporting Simon Ekpa? Igbos are dividing themselves. I hate lies. All of you that have been following me for how many years now, I have never stopped talking about Maxwell Nnawuihe Kanu as the leader of the Biafran people. Have been very consistent, because he too himself has been very, very consistent. He has not betrayed, and he remained the leader. This has nothing to do with hating one another. This is about saying the truth, because what Simon Ekpa and his handlers has done or have done over the years have contributed to why Maxwell Nnawuihe Kanu is still in the dungeon. Listen.
150 days has passed. The idea of 150 days is not that ever. Your Biafra that was really not declared since 1999. I'm going to declare it between 2022 and 2023. The Biafra that it could not get from 1967. This is Simon Ekpa that is going to declare it between 2022 and 2023. All of you are just very idiotic. And some of you illiterate like this, the greatest news. You don't even know the difference between self-referendum convention and the referendum.
Did you hear what he said? That the Biafra that Wadrike did not declare in 2009 or in 1999, Ojukwu did not declare it between 67 and 70, that you are expecting him to declare it in 2002, in 2022 and 2023? That's the question he was asking them in their cabinet meeting. So Wadrike failed. You too, Simon Ekpa, you say you are going to bring the Biafra, which Wadrike did not bring. And many people started following you. You are not turning around to say no, that they are idiotic for following you, that they are illiterate for following you, right? He also forgot that let Chukwemeka actually declared Biafra, and Biafra was a sovereign nation for three and a half years. He has forgotten it. That actually Biafra was a nation for 3.5 years. But he is saying that Ojukwu did not got Biafra 67 and 70, that you're expecting him to give you Biafra 2022, 2023, that all of you are idiotic. That was actually what he said. I'm not the one that called you idiot. I'm not the one that calls Simon Ekpa followers and handlers idiots. He's the one that called them idiots. Was he right? Was he right to really call them fools and idiots and illiterates? I think he was right, because they themselves knew that this was not right. Something was not adding up, and they were still following him. Because of money, they are benefiting. Because of contract, they were all benefiting. Okay, so I will take it back so that you hear completely from his own mouth, and you be the judge. Like this video, share it everywhere, so that people will be liberated from lies. Share this video. Look in the description below the video. You will see other videos I've made about Simon Ekpa, exposing the truth, so that people will be liberated and follow what is right. Now, listen. Okay. What is using is propaganda.
The 150 days has passed. The idea of 150 days is not that whatever. Your Biafra that was really not declared since 1999. I'm going to declare it between 2022 and 2023. The Biafra that it could not get from 1967. This is Simon Ekpa that is going to declare it between 2022 and 2023. All
It's about him.
We must have people who are loyal to me.
Everything is about him, not about Biafra.
So it takes time to fish.
He said that it takes time, but he convinced them that he's going to do it immediately.
Going to be loyal to me. So after this whole process, before we begin to enforce and activate a full legitimization of the Nigerian government within Biafra land, this thing takes time.
It takes time.
It is not something that somebody like you.
He has ate their money.
You have never participated in the country where you live in politics.
He's about to run away.
You don't know nothing about international politics. I am the one. I am the one who take the responsibility of creating the Biafra nation. And you can get to it. You don't know anything. You don't know how to do it. And you don't know that it's actually possible. I am the one who is taking responsibility of creating the Biafra resistance fighters. I am the one who is taking responsibility of bringing arms to arm our people for self-defense. You don't have anything. You don't know anything how to do it. You cannot do it because you're not educated. I am the one who put my life on the line to make sure to make everybody to understand that you can actually buy arms, sophisticated weapons, and to defend your land. I am the one who has come publicly to tell you that when Nigerian army terrorists are killing, you can actually take your terrorists are killing, you can actually take your
everything is about him.
And post it on social media. You cannot do that. I take responsibility of defending Biafra people. So it is something that takes time. And we cannot tell you that Biafra is coming to 2023 when this foundation has not been built.
Okay.
I put very strongly that Nigeria cannot break it.
Why did he then announce it? Why did he then tell them that the Biafra is coming to them tomorrow? Why did he then tell them that he cannot take order from Nnamdi Kanu anymore? That would be a video for another day. Why did he then tell them that he has come to complete what Nnamdi Kanu started? Even when Nnamdi Kanu has not derailed. Even when Nnamdi Kanu is still in the DSS dungeon as the leader of the Biafran people. The same Nnamdi Kanu that promoted him and told Biafran people to listen to him, thinking that he will continue to do what is right. Remember the video I made, the previous video I made before this particular video. It is in the description of this video, where I played the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu, where he told Simon Ekpa, don't allow Satan to enter him. But he allowed Satan to enter him. Remember the Idu declaration together with Nelly, Simon Ekpa and Nelly. As I said minutes ago from the beginning of this video, you remember all that transpired. Now you have heard from his own mouth, you be the judge. If you believe in Nnamdi Kanu, if you believe that I am preaching the truth, I am teaching the truth. If you believe that there is no other leader for the Biafran people in this generation, if you believe you are on the right path, you are on the right path. Regardless of what is happening, the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, the siblings of Nnamdi Kanu, the leadership of IPOB, all the things that have been happening, all the things that have been going wrong, there is still hope. There is still hope. Because also, I can see that within this period, our people are supposed to really know that this is the only leader for the Biafran people. Because since he has been held and locked in the DSS dungeon till today, there has not been a better alternative or a replacement of Nnamdi Kanu till today. That proves that he is the only leader. And we know, so long as we continue to pray for him, depend on God, waiting on him to come, to continue the good work he has started for the Biafran people, God will honor our faith. Every lies, they are all falling apart one after the other. In the leadership of IPOB, they are all falling and collapsing. Among the legal team, they are all falling and collapsing. All the lies that they have been telling us, among the siblings of Nnamdi Kanu, all the lies are falling one after the other. Simon Ekpa has fallen. The group Autopilot has fallen. Now you have two factions. And these two factions that came out of the Autopilot, they are not even strong. You are seeing everything with your own eyes. Those of you that believe in the truth, God bless you and thank you for believing in the truth. Like this video, share this video. Keep on following me. I will never deceive you. I will see you again in another powerful video. I am the major prophet of God, Maxwell Nnawuihe. Bye-bye.